Well, allegations of deceptive money trail and intimidation were brought out today in the federal corruption trial for Bayou Batre Mayor Stan Wright.
Fox 10 News reporter Renee Dials has details of the testimony.
Y'all have a blessed day.
Bayou Batre Mayor Stan Wright returned to the federal courthouse this morning for the third day of his corruption trial.
I think it's going very well.
So far, all of the testimony has been presented by prosecutors trying to convict Wright.
Kind of glad everything's coming out, the truth come out. You know, for a year and a half, I've been beat up. My whole community's been beat up. My family's been beat up. Now it's going to be time for us to tell our story.
An FBI forensic accountant, Karen Scott, testified for the prosecution this morning. Scott explained the complex scheme the government alleges Mayor Wright used to personally profit from a FEMA housing grant. Prosecutors say Wright owned the land when the city was awarded the $15 million grant for a subsidized housing development in June of 2007. He deeded the property to his daughter in October of that same year. Then, on November 26th, Wright and his wife wrote a series of checks to their daughter totaling $25,000. The word loan was written on one of the checks. The daughter sold the land to the city for $27,300, which was approved by the city in November. 11 days later, the daughter deposited 4 checks in a bank account she shares with her parents. Those checks totaled $27,300. In his cross-examination, defense lawyer Arthur Madden brought out that the daughter had simply repaid money that had been loaned to her by her parents to pay off an equity line of credit. Madden says his client didn't get any of the money. In addition to corruption, Wright is also charged with intimidating witnesses. The Bayou Batre housing coordinator testified he was called to the mayor's house about a month after he was interviewed by the FBI. During that meeting, Tommy Reynoso says Wright called him disloyal more than a dozen times. The employee says he was afraid for his job.
He's full of bull. He's full of bull. I don't want to say too much. It's been a rough year and a half, and I'm ready for it to be over, so we can move on.
In Mobile, I'm Renee Dials, Fox 10 News.
Wright's lawyer expects to begin presenting his side of the case on Friday.